이름 사키. Because I hated school. They dropped me off to school. I didn't go to class, so I had to repeat kindergarten, first grade, second grade. But the third grade teacher was smart. She gave me the job of ringing the bell for school to start. So Papa bought me a $1 watch, so I came to school early to ring the bell. In the afternoon, they made me hand out the athletic equipment. So I had to stay all day long. So I finally managed to finish school. But because of the war, World War II, when after Pearl Harbor, everybody qualified for medical school were either in the Army or the Navy. I wanted to be in the Navy, but I was too short. You had to be 5'4", and I was 5'2". So when we had medical school, we went to school 6 days a week, and we finished 4 years of medical school in 3 years. They had to get doctors out on the field rapidly. So when I reported to duty, I saw a big sign saying, anybody who thinks you can make an Olympic team, contact Special Services. So I called them and said, I was national champion before medical school, and I was national champion during my internship. So the Army said, where do you want to be stationed? The Plastic Surgery Center of the West, but right here in Pasadena. You know, when you go over the bridge, there's a group, there used to be the Hotel Vista Del Arroyo. That was the Plastic Surgery Center of the West. So the U.S. Army wanted me to compete in the Olympics, so I relieved of all medical duties 1 month before the Olympic tryout. And then in 1952, since I was older, they said, well, we can relieve you of all medical duties for 2 months before the Olympic Games. So my wife was with me at the 1952 Olympics in Helsinki. One of the biggest hands given to the Olympic teams was not only the American team, but because of the Korean team. South Korea sent an Olympic team in spite of the Korean War. They believed in the Olympics. So South Korea got the second biggest hand next to the U.S. So I've been very fortunate to be a part of the Olympics. The reason I have a cane, in my day, people of color in Pasadena, California, you could only do the pool 1 day a week. The 1 day a week, the pool would be emptied for fresh water to put in so the white people would not get stained. So 40 years later, after giving a speech, a man came to me and said, remember me? I said, no. He said, I was the director of Brookside Park. I said, I remember you, SOB. Every time I stuck my foot in the pool, you had to empty the goddamn pool. And it said, Sam, how could we empty a pool 55 yards long, 12 feet deep? When we dropped it 2 feet, all the bigots left, and they filled the pool back up again. So they never did get in. Those were the good old days. Thank you.